All right. What's going on, everybody? Rock and roll, rock and roll. I had a whole 30 set. Oh man, this the Zoom thing still throws me off with my brand new Mac. It's like the crazy Zoom thing and it follows you around. But I did that with a whole 30 seconds to spare of I'm here at my house on my own all weekend with my 2 and 3 year old while my wife's on a work trip in LA, and I managed to get the three. I first do the 2 year old, put her to bed for their naps, then the 3 year old, and I literally got both of them down with 30 seconds to spare before I had to jump on here. So I did it. I nailed it. Good stuff. Welcome, welcome, guys. Welcome to the sensational Sunday live call Deal.ai, where we're going over all the latest and greatest on the platform. And oh, Alex is already in the room. Let's get him promoted. And a few little ground rules, guys, for all you newbies that this is your first live call. Welcome, welcome. If this is your first live call, Terry here and Alex is jumping on here in a second. This ain't a support call, guys. So try and keep all of the. I mean, we love the engagement. Engagement is so awesome. We've got such an amazing community. Make sure your questions are all on track. If you have whatever support calls, support questions, that is. I'm sure some of the OGs can just bang in the email anyway, but I'll put it in there. Support at deal.ai. If you've got anything related to login or any general support, we like to keep these high level, focused conversation on what Alex is going to be bringing to the table here. Beautiful. I'll give a couple of shout outs just while Alex is warming up here. What's up, Mohammed? Hey, Freddie, Nancy, what's going on? Hey, Sharon, Nicole with a K, what's going on? Did you get my email, Nicole? I haven't checked my email to be fair, so you probably responded. Are you too late or too early? You were too early at that point, 2 minutes before. What's up, Nancy? Hey, Sky, what's going on? Stephen, beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys, welcome, welcome. Helen, hello. Hey, Sharon. One more time, guys. Deal.ai sensational super Sunday live call where we're going over all the latest and greatest. You guys ready for it? What's up, Stacy? Way to go, says Stacy. And also, shameless plug for this evening, and cheers for anyone that jumped on yesterday. This evening at 8 p.m. EST, we've got Game.ai, the best, maybe only AI game show on the face of the planet. We had a good warm up yesterday for anyone that jumped on. So if you're around, guys, gotgame.ai, 8 p.m. EST tonight, where we'll be having some fun, and you guys can guess whether what we've got for you, questions, videos, audio, is generated by human or AI. It's a fun one, guys. If you haven't jumped on yet, I highly recommend. Plus, you got a chance to win 3K. Just a little incentive there, or split it. I think yesterday we only had a few people on, but was it 5 or 6 people? I think 5 people walked away with just under $300, but it was only $1,000 prize yesterday. Today, 3K. So yeah, for all of you who haven't been on yet, jump on. It's a lot of fun. On that note, Dr. Alex, how are we doing today?
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. How was the AEO funnels workshop yesterday, everybody? How many of you guys attended? Good, good. It was, I watched it. I watched a lot of it. And Rana is really good with our tool now. Um, and the tool is, I mean, we will keep adding AEO features to it, but at this point, it is already way better than everything else out there, in my biased opinion. I'm allowed to have opinions, so you can pretty much. Did you guys get a hang of how to work it? Essentially, once you get hang of it, it should be pretty easy. Yeah. Okay. Great. So today, great. Keep building on that tool, guys. I mean, I talked about it yesterday. This is a brave new world. This year is going to be crazy. It's already has been crazy in terms of AI tools and capabilities that are being unlocked. And we are way ahead of our competition in terms of uh, the tool set that we need to build and all you guys should build to remain ahead of the competition. This curve is like got just a lot steeper, I would say, with the Chinese competition coming in. US companies are going to gear up. It's going to be crazy. So there's a lot of work, I'm sure, between now and end of the year. A lot of new stuff will happen. We'll remain on top of it. And now that we are on the edge, it's just like incremental. Okay, this happened. We adjust to it. That happened. We adjust to it. So that's the game now. Remain ahead. So we are ahead. We now need to remain ahead. Okay. So we're not sleeping at the wheels. And um, yeah, move fast, move with us. We're going to move fast and come with us. Is the recording available? It's going to be available in the next 2 3 days. My team edits these things and to make it shorter, take all the extra fluff out of it, and we will post it to the platform. Today we have our first returning white labeler interview, John, if you're on the chat, say something so Terry can find you right there. Terry, can you promote John, please?
Yep.
This is our first returning white labeler interview. And John is an interesting character, so it's going to be fun. And we learned some stuff from him. I talked to him briefly yesterday. I learned a couple of things myself. So we go through that.
How's
it going?
Hey, John, I cannot see you. I don't know if you're okay turning on your camera. Can I
No,
see
he's here. He's here.
I'm
I
here.
need to switch
Oh,
to
wait, I see you now. Okay, got it. Hey, John, what's up, man?
Oh, I'm all excited about this. This is really cool stuff that you guys are putting together.
Great. Awesome. So um, let's start with the fun stuff. You told me you took a few people on a boat. Tell us about that. I mean, not everybody knows you. People who have watched a previous interview, they know you. But tell us about that a little bit.
Well, that was really cool. After getting a whole bunch of people into my white label, which I call Quantum, they were all asking me like, how can we do this? So I said, well, we just happen to be able to white label this for you.
Mhm,
So I was really excited like to see that feature come onto the platform.
mhm.
So I opened it up just to a few people. I didn't want to like go crazy because as you know, when you bring something out for the first time, you got to figure out what's going to happen.
Right. That's right.
So I opened it up to 4 people and I said, whoever wants to go, I'm going to take my boat out for 3 days and we're going to build you a complete white label of my Quantum. And I got 4 people that jumped on it immediately. And anyway, so we stocked the boat up. I took one of my guys that works for me and 2 of my deckhands, my deck crew that actually fish on my boat. And it was really cool because while we were all in the cabin building our white labels, my fishermen are out back catching our dinner.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was really, really cool.
I think what we are missing at our white label boot camps is a razzle dazzle that you have. I would be like, guys, come on the boat. We build a white label and they're catching the dinner as we speak in the back. That's like an awesome sales
Yeah,
pitch.
it really was. And I can share if you want to see like the sales
Yeah,
page.
I like to see it. So whatever you can show us, that would be great.
Yeah, so I threw this sales page up just to take on those 4 people
Mhm,
and, put the vent on. And then there's a picture of the boat
mhm.
and it included everything. Like they got to stay on the boat.
For
They,
the night.
yeah, they came on Thursday night. We took off like about 4 o'clock in the morning Friday, and the boat didn't come back to the dock till Sunday.
Wow. Okay.
It was like a little mini cruise, and everybody got a cabin, and they got, it was really, really cool.
Got you. And these four people, tell us about, I think a lot of our new customers, they struggle finding the ideal avatar target, right? And obviously it's different for everybody. So
Yeah.
let's talk about like who joins your main white label, what's the avatar of those users, and who is the type of person who wants to build their own SaaS solution. Let's
Okay.
talk about that.
Perfect. Yeah. So the main reason why I did this myself
Mhm,
was because I do a training program for marketing where I teach people how to do marketing. And for years now, I've been teaching people how to do marketing and they can't do it.
mhm,
It's like I can give them the formulas, I can give them like I can draw them a picture and they still can't do it.
mhm. Yeah,
And it's like there's all these little pieces of things that they need to do. Like for instance, they need to do market segmentation, but they don't know how to do it. And I can tell them how to do it and they still can't do it. I can draw them a map and they still can't do it. So when I saw the platform, I'm like, oh my God, I can train GPTs to do all this stuff for them. And that's what I did. When I built Quantum, I built a tool for everything I train on so they don't have to do it now.
gotcha.
And it starts with, market segmentation. And then the only way that you can really identify a buyer is if you've segmented the market.
Yeah. So I think for those people who didn't watch the first interview, it would be useful to spend like maybe 3 minutes showing inside Quantum and the apps you have built if you
Sure.
have it ready, so that people get oriented, and then we go to the next stage.
Yeah, let me pull it up here. Let's see if I can find.
This is the part where in Shark Tank they say previously this entrepreneur on the Shark Tank came and did this. This is that part. This is the reminder.
Okay, gotcha. Here it is. So let me share screen. So this is where it begins. I completely white labeled the whole thing. I put my video in here with my Quantum AI logo, and it's got the animation that's really cool. Like
Yeah.
through space. So when you log in now, this is actually my white label of Quantum AI Suite.
Mhm.
And you'll notice I've got a lot of Alex's tools here.
System apps,
Yeah.
but you made them cooler.
Yeah. Oh,
Logo beast.
I renamed them. I put new logos on them. But this is where my tool set starts with
Mhm,
market segmentation.
mhm.
And it doesn't just segment the market, it actually gives you the 10 most profitable segments in order.
Can you click on that and maybe show people a little bit what's inside? I know we went over it last time, but
Sure. And I
yeah.
got this image was made with one of the quantum tools.
Mhm,
It's the hero images.
mhm.
And in here, you put your specific market. That's all you
One
have.
input. One input.
One
Yeah.
input. That's it.
Mhm,
And then it generates like this one's for homeowners.
mhm.
So
Yeah.
high income homeowners, tech enthusiasts, home office professionals. It's giving you in rank and telling you why they're the best ones to go after.
Mhm. Yeah. So this is like essentially, again, to repeat, and I want to get into the next stage of your evolution in a second, but it's, to repeat, you have John, for those of you guys who missed the first interview, is an experienced marketer. You said you've been in SEO since 95, before Google existed.
Yep.
um, and he frequently talks about SEO and other marketing methods in conferences. He's a speaker and all that. And essentially, what he was doing, again, guys, sticking to the core reason for existence for the white label platform. So, John is a unique individual with a unique, method to the madness, in this case, marketing and SEO, that is locked inside his brain. So, before that, in order to help others, he had to explain and teach. Now he's essentially took that knowledge and created tools for it and created a platform that can extend him. This is essentially the cyborg version of John, like I like to put it.
And it's awesome too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So once you get your market segment, next you go to the build buyer.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, you have two inputs. You put the market segment that you just got from the last tool, and then you put the product that you're selling.
Mm-hmm.
And it will literally spit out everything you need to know about that buyer. It'll give you their demographic, their core problem, their biggest fears. This is how those fears affect relationships in their life. This is really important stuff if you're going to create marketing.
Yeah.
Here's hurtful things that these relationships are going to say to you. It's like this is the stuff that's going to make them cringe. And I got to tell you, it's very difficult to get AI to do this
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because it's got anti-bullying guardrails.
Mm-hmm.
So I've created prompts that will actually get around that and be able to extract this information.
Mm-hmm.
So other solutions, this is stuff they've tried that's failed. Here's sound bites around those failures. Here's the things they don't want to do to fix their problem. So if you go in and you try and market telling them they're going to have to do this stuff, they're done. They're gone. You lost them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Here's sound bites around what they don't want to do. So it gives you like, this literally tells you what keeps them up at night, what keeps them from sleeping. So you can go in and you can create marketing, effective marketing around that.
Yeah.
The transformation that they're looking for. Here's what that's going to sound like. Here's what it's going to do to their relationships, not only in the business, but at home as well.
Mm-hmm.
Home and peers. And then here's how that's going to sound.
Right.
It's literally the music to their ears. And then there's market specifics. So this is a very detailed, this prompt is like 13 pages long.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see why I couldn't get them to do that.
Yeah.
And now literally they put in two inputs. They put in their market or their segment, which the tool before gave them, and what product are you selling? That's it.
Yeah. So we talked about it last time, but essentially the method to the madness is I don't know if you saw my talk on creating a scaffolding for how you solve a problem. Essentially, you created a scaffolding for how you would solve the problem, and you created apps for each box in the diagram.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, you're taking the user on the journey that you would have taken them if you were sitting by their side one by one. That's kind of, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but yeah.
That's exactly. I just built all the tools for them.
Right.
And then along the way, people were asking me, like, I need to write a press release. So I'm like, no problem. 5 minutes later, I had a press pro that'll write a press release for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's kind of, guys, like I want to interview. I have a lot to cover with John today, by the way. I'm going to get into AEO and stuff, his background in SEO and the transformation there and the new AEO and all that in towards the end of this interview. But I want to hammer that point a little bit. This is a trend that I see emerging from the white labelers that are successful and the ones that struggle. There are a lot of factors that goes into it. But one of the traits of building a successful software solution, any product, in fact, is first to define why the product should exist. Okay. In this particular scenario, what John actually said at the beginning is the reason for existence. He's got a method to the madness for marketing. He's been in this market for 95 until now. That dates you, John, but, but that's 3 decades of experience, a lot of know-how. He can help people one-on-one a lot, but that obviously is very taxing and it doesn't scale. And like the ticket price is going to be expensive. So the reason for existence is, look, I have this unique knowledge, know-how that I, as John, have and I'm going to create a product around it that's going to help you based on method. The mechanism for implementing that is not to just white label and sell it as is, which is, again, for the 100th time, I would say that if you're just white labeling Deal AI and not customizing it based on your unique gift and know-how and all that, it's not interesting. It doesn't really have a reason for existence. But this product has a reason for existence because it wraps 3 decades of John's experience. He built a nice scaffolding diagram flowchart, not to use jargon, and he created apps that go through the entire process for their users, plus a community, plus training. That is a very valuable product. It has a reason for existence. Okay. Anything you want to add to that, John?
Yeah, I mean, I created several subsets in here too.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one, if you're just starting a business, this will help you name it.
Mm-hmm.
This will help you buy the domain for it. This will give you the color scheme for it, and this will give you your brand blurb.
Mm-hmm.
So just that.
What is your formula for naming businesses?
Oh, it's a long prompt as well.
Tell us. I mean, that's what makes these conversations interesting. People learn.
Like on here, you put in the market, what the product is, what it does, the brand tone, if you want to be real corporate or if you want to be fly by the seat of your pants. And then you take that buyer profile that we created and you just paste it in here.
Yeah.
And then it will go through and it will create different names like this quantum tool set. Where do you think that came from?
That's it's obviously your own. You love
Yeah.
that idea.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so that's one tool set. And then there's some other ones. Really cool thing. The program, I forget what you call yours, but it's the one where you actually create the tools.
Yes. AI app wizard. Is that
Yes.
what it is? Yeah.
I called it God mode.
Yeah. God mode. It's
So
a good name.
when people get my white label, we refer to it as now we're going into God mode. We're going to create.
Yeah. Yeah. And what is by the way, a couple questions if you don't mind
Sure.
answering people's questions. How many users do you have currently?
I have, I believe, like 120 right now.
Okay. And what is the price point you roughly charge people? You
So
packaging.
we have 3 different price points.
Mm-hmm.
We have a retail price point of $97 a month.
Mm-hmm.
My goal was never to sell it at that.
Mm-hmm.
My goal was to put that as the retail price and then discount it based on the ability of them to buy into a beta version.
Mm-hmm.
So we sell the beta version at $47 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my members, for my ACT members that are in my marketing training, they usually pay like $30 a month to be in there for the weekly calls and the support and all that. So they get it for $20 a month.
Got you. So you have essentially an existing, so I understand it. You have an existing membership program you had way before Deal AI existed.
Yes.
You give it to them as an upsell essentially for $20 a month, but your core is 47 a month, essentially the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the basic price. And what I've done, I've actually created a whole new system where to get into my other program, I said it's $30 a month, but it's $2,000 to get into that program.
So let's talk about the Ascension real quick. So you use your software platform self-serve as sort of the base layer on which you build your ecosystem. Those people on the call who've been on Terence's call, they understand that you essentially need to build an ecosystem for your product. Like Tesla has it, Apple has it. I mean, I'm locked into Apple ecosystem. I pay them for everything. Essentially, Amazon has it. So essentially, you need a base product to bring people in, and then you build essentially Ascension model, ecosystem, whatever you want to call it. So you built another program for $2,000, and that program includes what?
Yeah. So let me actually show you where my base actually starts.
Okay.
It starts with free.
Yeah, that's normal.
So
yeah.
This is a free ebook about AI automated intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
And in here, it's a bunch of resources where they can buy different programs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a whole bunch. It's got probably 30 different AI programs.
Mm-hmm.
Half of them are attached to me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been giving this book out for probably 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been generating a base of people that are interested in AI. So you can imagine how excited I was when I found Deal.
Yeah, yeah. So essentially allowed you to productize your knowledge using AI, and then
Yeah.
you've been giving out this ebook. So the ebook you give for free. Do you have an ebook funnel? By the way, I love the
Yeah.
Illuminati. Yeah, you have an animation on there too. You have an Illuminati in your logo, by the way. So
Yeah. All seeing eye.
yeah.
So then here, when this is the thank you page, so they can download the book and
Mhm,
then they get invited to a free AI webinar.
mhm.
And
Yeah,
that's where they
yeah.
can learn about all the stuff that, that we do.
Got you.
And then
Is
we've got different upsells and things.
this is a book. This is an ebook.
Yes.
Okay, how many pages? I know a lot of people are interested in writing ebooks as lead magnet.
This has, I think it's got about 60 pages.
Got you. So you have a 60-page ebook as lead magnet. You've been giving it out for 4 years. That's even before AI. And you were affiliate for a lot of products in the ebook. Is
Mhm.
that how? Okay,
Yeah,
got
it's all just affiliate links.
yeah. Now about half of them are your products essentially,
Yeah.
because you've been able. Yeah,
Yeah, because
good.
if you go to my site, this is another image that was created with the Quantum Suite.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like we've got a whole bunch of different products.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one I was talking about, the ACT marketing protocol.
Mm-hmm.
That's my core training.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're putting it with the Quantum Suite.
Mm-hmm.
And on this Black Friday special, we're actually knocking the 2000 off, just letting them in for the 47 a month where they get everything.
Got you.
They
Yeah,
get a
that
whole enchilada.
yeah, 47, 49, around $50 a month seems to be a sweet spot unless you're doing a lot of one-on-one
Yeah,
touches. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
We've we've
yeah,
got
go ahead.
we've got this. This is actually another AI product that we developed a couple of years ago,
Hmm.
and it's the reason I got out of SEO.
Hmm.
This
We will get
product.
to that. Well, I want to talk SEO in a
Okay.
minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's the Quantum just by itself.
Hmm.
Normally 97, you can lock it in for 47, but it's an absolute no-brainer when you can get the bundle for 47 and you get everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So you essentially, again, this is there's a term for it. It's not comparison shopping, but when you essentially anchor, you have like you put a bunch of products on the page, and that shows you the range, shows the customer the range of products, but then one product is like stands out, and that's the hero product on the
Yeah.
page,
Yeah.
essentially drives users in this particular product. That's the core, becomes the core product.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the core deal. And then we've got some freebies down here.
Mhm,
This book here is called Googleicious.
mhm.
They contracted me to write the chapter on SEO. This was about 15 years ago.
I
And
want to get into SEO with you because it's like it's like I so many people argue with me online on when I say SEO is dying. And I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about. They're like, no, SEO is gonna be there forever. So everybody should be focused on SEO. I'm like, dude, I know a thing or two more than you, and you're an expert. So I want to talk about that. So let's go a little bit on, I think, the ascension part, meaning the ecosystem part. People that came on the boat bought a higher price package is
yeah.
also important to cover. So why don't you tell people, like, who are these people, what kind of products they're developing and all that. So what's the
Okay.
profile
Gotcha.
and
Gotcha.
yeah. Yeah.
So the way we did the Ascension was this was the boat package. And I had three different pricing options for this.
I love the boat package. I want to do a boat package. Yeah.
So
Okay.
if you're a non-member, it was $3,000 to go on the boat.
Hmm. Hmm.
If you were one of my members that is in my core training, it was $1,000 discount.
Hmm.
If you're one of my Act Apprentice members, these are people that pay me a higher amount to private coach with me every month.
Hmm.
They got for another thousand off.
Hmm.
So that's how the ascension worked. And then as far as the products that they were developing,
Hmm.
this is one. She's a realtor, and I
Hmm.
created this listing pro for her because she said her biggest problem in real estate was they have to list in the MLS,
Hmm.
and everybody does the same listing. They all copy each other and they all look the same.
Yep.
So she said, I need to stand out. So I made this listing pro, and it puts the property address, any special features, known issues or challenges. And she had a house that was a real challenge. And she
Hmm.
put the challenges in here because it was a wreck. I mean,
Hmm.
this house was a literal wreck.
Hmm.
And the listing that this thing put out for her, she said there was a line around the building for her first open house. She had never seen anything like it.
So
And
I mean, the best way to think about it is like purple cow strategy. Like it is any I don't Malcolm Gladwell for those people who do not know. So essentially, anytime you're in a crowded market, differentiation in like even like complete differentiation, even you need to stick out like a sore thumb. That's essentially what this does, I assume.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And she was so excited about that. She wanted to white label and build one for realtors.
Hmm.
And I said, I can give you the Listing Pro tool so you can start with that, and then we can build whatever tools you want. And I told her, I said, don't build a tool for something that's already in the MLS. Build a tool that people struggle with that they can't find anywhere else. So that's,
Listen to the wise man, guys. I keep saying it. Think about your reason for existence. Do the things either differently or do the things that other people are not doing, or
yeah.
do something that is unique to you. So it's like you gotta have a corner to yourself. It's just yeah. Continue. Sorry to interrupt. It's like
This
I like to hammer my points. It really is like I because people think I'm full of shit sometimes because I keep saying the same thing. I'm like, guys, just trust me on this. It's like you cannot do what others are doing. Okay.
well, this tool here, it's called Business Finder.
Hmm.
And basically, what it does, it'll find local businesses in your area and it will tell you if they're advertising.
Hmm.
So let me lower the screen down here so you can see. Okay, so
Yeah.
if they're doing paid advertising and what ad platforms they're advertising on.
Hmm.
So if you're doing local marketing, you don't want to go to the guy that's not advertising. He's going to cut his teeth on you. It's not going to be fun.
Exactly.
You want to go to the guy that's advertising and you'll know where he's advertising so you know how to approach him. Bring
Yeah.
him something new and fresh and he's going to go for it.
So this tool does market research and tells you if they're doing paid advertising, what ad platform they're advertising on, their email and phone number if available.
Yep.
Okay. So you can quickly go there. Okay. This app is built. Someone's asking, is it made in Deal AI? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody asked, what is your John's website? You have internetdominators.com, and then your white label sits on a different URL. I forgot what it is. Quantum
It's
AI.
actually, yeah, it's actually Act AI.
Mhm. Act AI. Okay.
actai.internetdominators.com. But
Got you.
but you
Everything under the
get it.
same
Yeah, it's
domain.
all under the Internet Dominator platform.
Yeah. And maybe since you're an SEO expert, just to diverge for 1 second, That helps build the authority of the domain. Is that the thinking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've got 10 different domains, you're splitting your authority 10 ways. There's no
Yeah.
reason for that.
Yeah.
You can have different domains, but have them just point and redirect to the main domain, put a page on the site for that thing, and just send them to that page on the main domain.
Yeah. Yeah. So one was real estate broker or agent. How about the other three, if you don't mind
Yeah,
sharing?
absolutely. So another one, she's in the entertainment industry,
Mm-hmm.
and she wants to build one for filmmakers, kind of like Book Daddy, but
Mm-hmm.
for filmmakers.
Mm-hmm.
Like how to identify what is the most profitable thing to make a movie around, and then how to write the script, how to do the promos for the script, how to get the investors. So she's building a whole tool set for the film industry.
And you're in SoCal, so it's like the world is full of these
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's a model. She's in Hollywood. She's a model. So that's her world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So she knows what they're lacking. She knows what they need. And we're going to build it and she's going to sell the hell out of it to them.
Got you. And how did you capture that customer? How did that customer came about? How did they find?
That customer, I've always done webinars. I've
Mm-hmm.
always done JV type webinars. So I'll find somebody that's got a list of people that I want,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll cut a deal with them, and I'll give the high value to
Mm-hmm.
their audience, and then usually split 50% of whatever I make with them. So it's
Mm-hmm.
a win-win. They get high quality content for their audience, which is what they came to them for, and they make a bunch of money in the process.
Yeah. So that's an interesting user acquisition method. I want to drill down on that a little bit. So essentially, what John does, to repeat, sorry, John, you partner with people who have a built-in customer base, user base, influencer, some sort of followership, and you say, I will do a webinar that is suitable, custom tailored for your customer.
Yep.
In the process of performing that webinar or training, I give them value, and I will sell my related product, and I will split 50-50 with you. So it's value creation
Yep.
across the board. Win-win-win scenario, essentially.
And
How
in some cases, I'll give them 50% on the front end and then 25% on the back end.
of recurring?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And in some cases, I'll give them between 75 and 100% on the front end, and I take the whole back end.
Got it. Got it.
Because
Because
to
they want the
me,
cash now, and then
yeah,
you live with you have the recurring.
yeah, because I know that client acquisition for me lasts a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a lifetime of products and services and affiliate offers for somebody. When they come into my funnel, there's no reason to leave.
Mm-hmm.
They're with me for life.
Yeah. So that's an interesting approach, guys. And I see um, some of our members are doing it, but it's not being used enough. There are a ton of people who have, email lists and followers and all that. But most of the time, if you actually look at JVs that they're doing like low quality value product promotions. Like they're promoting supplements and things that everybody has. It's supplements is probably would you agree supplements is the number one thing a lot of these guys do? JV, somebody asked, is joint venture. Essentially, you say, hey, you, Bob, you have like, a list of 50,000 people, or maybe you're a social media influencer, you have hundreds of thousands, a million followers. I partner with you, and we present this product, the solution, while adding value. You can't just be selling, otherwise the list burns. So I deliver value to your customers. Let's say I've seen this done in the supplement world like a ton. Okay. So I come and do some training, add value to your customers, and then we sell this product, and then I split. Joint venture comes when you decide on how to split revenue from those customers buying your product. And what John does is 50-50 split on the front and some of the back end, or more on the upfront, 75 to 100%, which is actually also a common model you give for people who are able to monitor, have recurring revenue, which in SaaS totally makes sense. You give them all the revenue on day one, okay, and then you keep all the revenue on the back end. That's another approach to doing this, okay. um
They'd
so
make a lot more if they did the back end, but they
yeah,
don't
but
see that.
yeah, also they don't believe, like they're like
Yeah.
they don't know if there's going to be any back end and all that. I get it. They're all influencers. One thing I tell you about influencers, they are like cash now, giving money now type people.
Yeah.
A lot of them are. It's insane. So um I lost my train of thought here for a second, but okay. So
The other thing that I do too is I have a 2-tier system
Mhm.
where I actually offer, if you can bring me somebody that's got a big list, I'll give you a cut of that too. So it's like a JV broker.
Gotcha.
So like
Gotcha.
if they have access to people with influence and big lists,
Mhm.
they can make money just by making the connection.
Yeah. So how would the scenario pan out? Like they get 10% of it or something?
So typically what I'll do, this is pretty standard with all of my info products.
Mhm.
I'll do 50% to the affiliate on the front end, and then say 25% on the back end.
Mhm.
And then the person that brought them, the JV broker, I'll give them 25% on the front end and 25% on the back end.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
so basically I'm making 25% on the front, 50 on the back. The affiliate's making the 50 on the front and 25 on the back, and the broker's making 25 front and back.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
just incentivizes the hell out of everybody. And my most exciting day of the month is the first because I pay everybody.
Mhm.
And the more I pay, the happier I am because I realize how much money they just gave me.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Nothing. I'm the same with salespeople and like things like that. Is the best thing you do is
Yeah.
you give people money from the revenue they generated,
Yeah.
incentivizes them to double down, triple down, and
Yeah.
obviously that means you made a lot of money in the process.
Yeah.
Um, so that's 2 out of 4, and let's just quickly touch the other two as well, and then I want to dive into SEO, AEO.
Okay. So the third one, she's in the legal field
Mm-hmm.
and she does a lot of legal process. She has a process for the legal industry, just like I have a process for marketing. So she wants to just build the tools and then let them have the total automation in their legal practices.
Got you. Is specific field or all lawyers essentially?
I'm not sure exactly. I think it's just all the whole legal field.
Mhm.
There's certain
Yeah,
procedures like to prepare court docs and there's all kinds of minutiae stuff that can be automated with AI, and she had a whole process. So she's
yeah.
got a
With
whole line of tools.
again, if you think about it, guys, is all of them have the same thing, which is okay. Now, this human is an expert in something that lawyers do process wise, and she has been previously before this product probably just doing it as a consultant, like do the work
Yeah.
one by one. Now she's like, oh, wait a second, I can create a scaffolding to repeat this word again, and I can map out what I actually do for the client, and I can create apps for each step of the process plus some additional stuff, so it kind of the machine hums. And that's another product that has reason for existence. Okay, interesting. How about the fourth person?
And the last one, he is an affiliate marketer.
Mhm.
So he doesn't have any of his own products. So he just was excited to have finally his own product.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure what angle. He was kind of unsure on the actual angle that he was going to do, but I think he's going to go analyze his affiliate marketing and see where the holes were and build something specific for them.
Got you. So this person didn't exactly know. You kind of put some tools together, so that essentially gave them some pieces of the puzzle, and then they're going to go and say, okay, so how do I fit them together to build the scaffolding of a product that makes sense end to end?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So 3 were very well defined.
Yeah.
And then the other one, we just kind of built the shell where he can decorate his house however he wants.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, good. Any quick questions? I want to switch um to AEO SEO real quick. I had a long conversation with John yesterday. So somebody said construction contracts. Sunil, how can it help for construction contracts? John, do you want to take it?
Oh, any process that is a manual process, like in your construction contract business, I'm sure you have to write contracts, which probably not fun. There's probably a structure to writing them. Anywhere where there's a structure where you're having to do manual things, you can build tools for that. So that's where I would really encourage you to look at, like where in any market can you come in and be a superhero?
I
That's
like that.
that's it. You're finding niches that are not being served. And there's
Yeah.
a ton of them. There's an absolute ton of them.
Anything. It's essentially AI is going to revolutionize everything that humans have been doing to some extent using their own brain and time. It's going to take a lot of like, and humans can be supervisors. The way I think about it is like human supervisor, and you build your cyborg to do the work that otherwise worker bees would do, and you create the scaffolding and build a product. Somebody asked how to go about it for beginners. There is a we added the recording of the last white label bootcamp inside the 1000x AI Academy. You can go check it out and watch the videos. It will talk about the details of how to do this. It's not the subject of this call, so just go watch the training. um, how does it help in customer acquisition for global citizenship solutions for Africans? It's literally the same thing. So John and I don't know John, but I know nothing about Africans, what countries they can get citizenship in. But since you're talking about it, you probably know a lot about it. So think how you, if you are in that field and you're doing it for your customers, whatever you do as a person when you're working with a customer one-on-one, take a piece of paper and just map it out box by box. I do this. Are they a citizen of this country? These are the options. I don't know what are the factors. What is their income level? What do they do? Blah, do they have family? And then based on that, create a nice workflow and then go and create custom apps for each one of those. Okay. So map your knowledge that is inside your brain into the software solution. Map your knowledge in your brain, write it down so you have a scaffolding, and then build the solution, software solution around it. Okay.
There's an easy button.
Yeah. Go ahead. Explain that. Explain.
So so let's say you didn't have that map. Like
Mhm.
some of you do. Like I have a clear map. That's not a
Mhm.
problem for me, but a lot of people don't.
Mhm.
So all you have to do is go to, like, say Perplexity or
Mhm.
Chat GPT
Mhm.
and describe the market and say, what could I provide GPTs for that would solve problems for this market sector? And it will map it for you. It'll tell you exactly the tools that you need to put into your white label for any niche you want.
I love it. So essentially, you have AI. You can use any model, Perplexity, ChatGPT, Claude. You can use Ask Alex. In fact, now that I think about it, I should upload a scaffolding training manual to Ask Alex, so it's trained on this. I don't think I've trained it on it, but I will go create a workbook on essentially a flowchart on how to do it and train Ask Alex so you can use that as well and essentially map it for you. Great idea. So great idea.
You want to know how I build the tools so fast?
Go for it.
So I use Perplexity. I absolutely
Mhm.
love Perplexity. That's my
It's
favorite
good.
tool.
Yeah.
So what I started to do was I trained it to be a GPT creator.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you're a master creator of GPTs.
Mhm.
and gave it the framework. And then I said, I would like you to tell me what I need to put in to create a GPT to do like the listing broker.
Mhm.
I said, here's what I want it to do. What is the prompt? What are the inputs? And it spit it out perfectly.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then I said, what should I name the product? And then it gave me the name. I go, could you give me a short description? Gave me the description. Could you give me an image prompt to create a logo tile for the button? And
Mhm.
it gave me that. And I
Mhm.
did like, I went through that process like 2 or 3 times to create like 2 or 3 different tools. And then at the bottom, after I did that, I said, I'm going to just check in with you to make sure you know your function.
Mhm.
And it summarized what it was doing, all the steps. And then the next time I asked it for a GPT, it did everything without asking it. It gave me the name, the description, the image prompt, the inputs, and the actual thing. Everything I needed to just go paste it in to deal and create the
Mhm.
tool.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Maybe I have you teach a uh, in our, we have a Vegas event,
Yeah.
the February 22nd, 23rd. If you want to come in person, or I'll just zoom you in. I think this is very important for people to be able to map out their knowledge to apps. I'll have you teach a course if you. I don't want to put peer
I've gotten
pressure.
really good at it, so I have
Okay.
no problem with that.
Okay. Okay, great. So I will, okay, great. I will. So, guys, in Vegas, John, in front of quite a bit of people, said he would teach this. So essentially, it's one level meta. So you use AI to even interview and extract the knowledge from your brain and put it in the form of apps. And then you have worker bee AI tools that do the job. Okay. And then you wrap the whole thing and productize it and sell it. It's like a can't make it easier than this.
That actually just gave me an idea for a new tool. Because
Which,
all my white labelers, I actually gave them my Perplexity script to do that.
oh, you can do that so you have an app that builds apps.
Yeah, so I can take that Perplexity script now and say, write me a GPT to do exactly what you're doing and output all of these things. And then I can plug that in, and then they don't even have to go to Perplexity.
That is great. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, great. So, um, moving on a little bit, guys, this was useful, right? This was great for you guys. I really like talking to our members who are building awesome stuff. So, um, if you don't mind, John, I'm gonna switch topics a little bit to SEO.
Sure, I know a
Um,
little bit about that.
yeah, a little bit. So, John, tell us about your experience with SEO for a few minutes and
Sure.
what you've seen happen in the past few years, and then the new world we're about to enter and all that.
Yeah, yeah. So like Alex said earlier, I started in SEO in 95 before Google. And back then it was like the search engines were Lycos and WebCrawler and Alta Vista and I know some of you probably never even heard of those. But that was the world I started out in. And what would happen is every different search engine had a completely different algorithm. If you optimized for one, you'd fail in the others. So my first big splash into this, which they referred to me as Black Hat back
Mhm,
then.
mhm,
And in my world, Black Hat was the only thing that worked. So that's the only thing I would want to be.
mhm, mhm. Yep.
Black Hat was undetectable.
Mhm,
So in throughout my entire career, I never did this for myself. I did it for high-paying clients. I did it for corporations, big companies, manufacturers, and within the first few years of doing SEO, I had driven over $100 million in sales.
mhm,
And I could verify that because all the commerce went through my servers, so I could see it.
mhm,
So I stopped counting after that. I figured, okay, this works. I don't have to prove it anymore.
mhm,
But back then, you know, I would develop things like IP cloaking, where I could see what IP was calling up the website, and I could dish up a different version of the site for that search engine. And I could win all the search engines. Everyone else could only pick one. I could win them
Right.
all with the
Mhm.
same site. And the other thing I would do, which was very evil, is back then, the biggest trick in SEO is finding the guy that was on top and copy their code, put it on your website, and then you would knock them off. And then you just change your site back to your normal site and it stays there for 6 months.
Mhm.
That was the biggest trick going in the beginning of SEO. So what I would do, if your IP didn't match a search engine, I would dish up a version of the site that had stuff that would get you banned.
Mhm.
And so people were copying my sites and just going off the cliff left and right. I was,
Oh my God. So you were
yeah.
at the top and you were putting booby traps
Yeah.
for people that copied you and they just went off the cliff.
Yeah. I'm like,
Oh my
come
God.
on, come
That
and
is
get it.
evil. That is so evil. That is so evil. Oh God. Okay. All right. Continue. We're going to go into positive stuff soon, guys.
So, and I, as I continued, I kept developing this content generator. And at one point, I had it to where we could give it a list of 1,000 keywords and it would develop 1,000-page website with one page for each keyword, completely optimized. And we were just killing it.
Mhm.
And Google caught on to it. One of my programmers called me and he said, "We got a problem." It was in the middle of the night. He said, "Google's double pinging your sites,"
Mhm.
because the sites were all dynamic. They didn't exist. They were being served up at an instant when you requested the page. So Google was double pinging and they would see it was different content. So they knew it wasn't real. So we immediately took the system offline and I said, build a TTL record in that'll give each page a time to live and
Mhm.
expire it anywhere from 30 to 60 days in the future between the hours of 9 and 5. So it looked like we're changing content regularly during business hours. And I swear to God, once we did that, we put the system back online. Google was all over it. And the next day, I got a call from
Mhm.
somebody at Google, and they were inviting me in to come have a chat. So I got called into the principal's office, and it was really an interesting development because they weren't accusing me of anything, yet they were. And I wasn't admitting anything, yet I was.
Mhm.
It was a very interesting conversation. And ultimately, I asked them, I said, "What is it that you really want to know?"
Mhm.
And they said, "We want to know what your intentions are." And I said, "Let me just say my intentions are strictly honorable. Anything I do for myself only, and it'll never be released to the public." And I left it at that. That wasn't good enough for them. So what they did the following week was the big algorithm shift that threw content out the window and they made it go to link building.
Mhm.
That was me.
Oh God.
You can
So
thank me for that one.
yeah, guys. So OG of SEO did a lot of black hat stuff. Obviously, we're not promoting any black hat anything in this company. I have to put the disclaimer out there. It's a very amazing story. Just don't do these things.
Well, I was at it was either the first, I think it was the second TNC conference. And Perry and Ryan had me up on stage and Perry was talking about, you know, the stuff that I'd been doing. And
TNC is traffic and control conversions.
yeah,
Traffic and conversions
yeah.
conference. Yeah.
And somebody said, "Well, if you're so good at SEO, why have we never heard of you?"
Mhm.
And I said, "Well, who's the best diamond thief?" So I don't know. I said, "Well, he wouldn't be very good if you knew who he was."
Okay, so somebody said a reformed pirate, even better. It's like that's a good way to think about it. The best, actually, the best people, like even the government hires for,
Yeah.
security for security reasons are former hackers. Reform. So we just learned John is a reformed pirate. Do not be a pirate. So
I would never want to be anything but.
yeah. So now, fast forward a little bit to how SEO has developed in the past. Let's say, I want to say, well, I don't want to put words in your mouth. You tell me,
So
how has it developed in the past 10
every
years?
year it keeps getting more and more competitive. So at some point it hits a threshold where it's no longer valuable because it costs so much and it takes so much horsepower to do it. So it's really like, SEO will never be dead. As long as you've got somebody that's searching for something and somebody that's serving up a result, SEO will be alive and well. It's just who can afford to play the game. So it's eliminated it from most of the little guys.
Yes.
Little guys just literally cannot afford to play the game. And, I was talking about how my customers last forever. Well, when I started in SEO, I was, 30 years ago. I was half my age now. I just turned 60. So I was 30 years old. Most of my clients were manufacturers in their 50s and 60s. So needless to say, they're all dead now. My clients left me when they died.
That's why you're so confident on your back end revenue. It's like my
Yeah.
customers are gonna be with me until they die.
As long as they're on the right side of the grass, they're going to keep on paying me.
Yeah.
So so that's been like a recurring theme. But so anyway, I got all my customers that were so locked in, they were never going to lose. They're all gone. And the game is so hard to get started for a new person now. It's like I needed something different. So we started developing a technology where we could use AI to monitor search. And I can tell you who is running a search string and I can get their email. So, like, we monitor search when somebody searches for your keyword. We go out to a big data source and we purchase their contact information and deliver it in real time. So, literally, while they're searching for this keyword, you got their email. You can put an email in their box, say, hey, are you still looking for such and such?
Yeah.
And that was our acquisition air product that we rolled out 2 years ago. And when we did that, I basically exited out of the traditional SEO space because it no longer made
It's
sense.
yeah.
It's
It's
like,
it's it's impossible. It's impossible. It's really like I mean, obviously it's hilarious, John. Like I read comments on our ads for AEO and people are like, SEO is alive and well, it's like I'm like, yeah, people still click on links, but two scenarios are happening. One, it's so competitive now, you cannot rank. It's just like it's just, I mean, it's just, I don't even understand. It's like such a factual thing I say. It's like I don't even understand why people argue with me. Two, people are no longer clicking on links as much as they are. So not only, it's like, think of it as a pool of water with too many fish in it. And now not only there's too many fish in it, the pool itself is slowly starting to shrink because it is being replaced by people asking for answer directly from AI. So it's a no-brainer. You can decide to jump in that overpopulated pool if you wish, but the odds are not in your favor. So,
yeah, you can keep riding the horse,
yeah,
but now there's a car with a lot of horsepower under the hood.
yeah, exactly. And it's like not a lot of people are doing AEO. That's the key. Just like when John was started in SEO, it was a massively a rapidly expanding pool with few fish in it, and it was the perfect time to be in it. But now it's a shrinking pool with a lot of fish in it. It's like, it's just, I don't even understand why people are arguing with me. SEO is always the king. It's like, it's funny if you read the troll comments are like, SEO is the king and will always be the king. I'm like, What? Why? So, anyways,
It
it
might
is
still be the king, but it's getting pretty anorexic.
yeah, I know exactly, exactly. So yesterday you haven't jumped into the AEO yet, based on what we talking. Or maybe you have, since I don't know. You tell me. Have you
Well,
started on AEO a little bit or no?
I have.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Let me blow my screen up here. I had to find my share button again.
Yeah.
All right, so I went ahead and I watched
You already
Pledge,
launched it. Okay.
and it's AIO Dominator.
Okay. Great.
So, so when we go in here, basically oh,
Mhm.
what I did was I put the main tools outside, and then I broke these up into content generators and social media profiles. So I have not had a chance to go
Mhm.
in and like make my own icons, but I did relabel it from AEO to AIO. So
Mhm.
I got AI
AI
optimization
optimization dominator.
dominator. I've got the domain AIO dominator. So AIO obviously is artificial intelligence optimization,
Hmm.
just like SEO, search engine optimization.
Hmm.
So
I
I
like the
figured
branding.
I
I
figure
like the
I'll throw
branding.
my name on this one because I got to tell you, when I started doing SEO, we didn't know what to call it.
Hmm.
There was no name for it. The way I would sell it was I would go into these big companies and I'd say, "Look, you've got a website," which they didn't understand what it was yet. They knew they
Hmm.
needed it and they wanted it. It was cutting edge. But I said, "You have an electronic brochure here." And I said, "Both of us know you wouldn't spend money on a beautiful brochure and leave it in the box under your desk, but that's what you've done."
Hmm.
I said, "I have the ability to take it out of the box and put it in the hands of the right people, and you know that's where you make money." So that's how I sold SEO. And when they heard it that way, they wanted it. They didn't care how much it cost, they wanted to dominate it. So it was a super easy sell back then,
Hmm.
but we didn't know what to call it. It wasn't till several years later somebody put a label on it, SEO.
Hmm.
And at that point, I was already unbeatable in that
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, that's actually what I think will happen here. Even if you go around and ask people what is SEO, people do not know what it is. So the label is kind of like, because there's been SEO, the term AEO sort of floats around. But if you
Yeah.
actually ask people, like even internet marketers, what AEO is, they will not know.
Yeah, they don't have a
So
clue.
the label might even change. Yeah, it may completely change. It might be called something else later. So this is a brand new field, open for people to go, and maybe the industry comes to a consensus on what to call it over time. We are not even there yet. Okay. So
And I
so
can
maybe
tell you from experience, it doesn't matter what they call it as
not
long
at
as you
all.
cash
Yeah.
in on it.
Yeah,
If
exactly. For
if you
sure.
get your hooks into it now, you're swimming in a pool that's loaded with fish, and there's no fishermen here yet.
Yes. So let's talk about it a little bit. So AIO, AI optimization, AIO, I like the name Dominator. You took your branding from the previous website. Is this a white label of Pledge? It looks like, is that right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So you started with Pledge as your base, and now let's you just started on this obviously, but let's project forward a little bit. How would to the extent, I'm not asking you to share, like, whatever is your trade secret you don't want to share, just whatever you feel comfortable, like you feel comfortable signaling your next moves. So tell us a little bit what you would do.
The beauty with me is I don't have any secrets. I hide in plain sight.
Great. I just say that just to make sure nobody gets peer pressured into like whatever they don't want to say. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, I don't have any secrets about this. One of the biggest things, and I think this has gone from day one in SEO, And the traditional SEO guys completely ignored it. All they were looking for was one trick pony tricks
Exactly.
to just bang a site to the top. And I said, that is only going to last for a short term.
Mhm.
What you want to do is you want to develop content that is right for your users. If you develop content that's right for your users, you're going to win the search game long term. No one will be able to beat you. And they, it was like when I developed content for my sites, for my clients, when a big Google algorithm shift would come, all it would do is just wipe the trash out of our way. We would always rise to the top again, over
Mhm.
and over and over. And every every algorithm shift that Google ever made, I predicted because I was on the inside. I could see what the SEO business was doing and I could know what they were going to do to counter it. So that's how I kept all of my clients. I never in my entire career had a client site banned. Not once, not ever.
Mhm.
I didn't have that luxury because
Mhm.
these are big businesses. I can't get them banned. So creating high quality content and figuring out the path of what that content looks like, I will be building tools around that to supplement what you've got here as the base tool set.
Got you. And are you planning to go after big businesses again, or medium, or small, or have you not thought through it? Who are you going
Um,
after this time?
I'm I'm really in this time of life, I'm not really that ambitious. I've already made my big splash and I'm not like looking for fame and fortune. I've already got all of that I would ever want. What I'm looking for now is to allow others to to have the tools to be successful.
Mhm.
So like when I back in 2011, I kind of made a shift. I started teaching people how to do SEO because I could see like my clients were starting to die off then. So I started making my shift in like 2011.
Mhm.
And I created a thing called SEO Dominators where I trained people how to do what I did. And it was like, I told them, I said, there's so much money in this business. I want you guys all to make money. Yet they weren't. And I got them all together. I said, hey, let's have a big meeting and let's figure out what the problem is here. You guys aren't selling this. I want to know why. And it came down to they weren't confident. They knew I could deliver, but they were not confident that they could get my same results. So they weren't selling.
Mhm.
So I said, problem solved. I will create a reseller program and you can resell my services as your own. It was a white label of my SEO services. So I said, you know, I can do it. That should give you the confidence to go out and sell it. And in the first 90 days of opening that reseller program, these guys and I gave them an incentive. I said, whoever opens the most new SEO accounts, I'm going to take them and their family on a cruise, on a real cruise ship, not on my little boat, but on a real
Mhm.
cruise ship, and I'll pay for everything. And that group of people, I think I had 125 people that joined that program, and they got access to resell all my services.
Mhm.
And in the first 90 days, they opened up over $1 million in SEO accounts.
Mhm.
And that was to me, that was the wholesale cost to me. So they were at least double or tripling it. So that little group of people generated for my company over $1 million in resale
Mhm.
accounts.
Got you. So, so is this gonna be what you're gonna try here as well? Or
So
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
because I
sure.
don't I don't really want to deal with the end customers anymore.
Mhm.
I want to provide the SaaS software at the base level and the training and all that so I can help people build a business where they can make a really good living like what I did.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, this is interesting. So obviously this is a brand new field. Even the terms are up in the air, and And you said something I
And
want to
that's
kind
where I
of,
made the most money, by the way, when
yeah,
it was
but
a brand
it
new
is,
field.
that's what I tell people. I'm like, you gotta be like, literally, you gotta be in the right time window, doing the right thing. Doing the same thing in a different time window doesn't generate the same result. Like, imagine trying to start a Instagram competitor right now. I mean, it's just like, it's insane. So,
Yeah.
so, so let's talk about something that you said that I want to kind of unpack a little bit. So, you said most people back in early days were looking for a silver bullet. You didn't use this word, but you said they were using for one trick to jump to the top.
Yeah.
And your approach is no, it needs to be customized and it needs to be a holistic, like a 360-degree operation to actually make it work in the long term. Did I
Yes,
understand that right?
absolutely. Absolutely. Because if you're
Okay,
doing one trick and everybody starts using that same trick, it's going to blow up. And
exactly.
especially when the trick is not in the best interest of the end user.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
for instance, they were optimizing for crap content
Yes.
just to get number
Keyword
one
jamming.
slot.
Keyword jamming. Like they were creating.
Well,
Yeah.
that was the trick,
Mm-hmm.
but the problem was they were keyword jamming for crap content.
Yes. Yeah.
So if they did get the number one slot, which they usually did, the end user would go to the site and they would search and they would get crap content and they wouldn't get what they wanted. So when you don't
Mm-hmm.
get what you want, you go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And Google, most people don't realize this. Google is not a search engine. Google is an ad platform that uses a search engine to bait you.
Yes.
They make their money selling ads. So if you come in here and you dirty their pond and make it crap water so everybody goes to another pond, they're going to lose a lot of money. So they have an
Mm-hmm.
unlimited amount of money and resources to combat that. So by using these little one-trick pony things, you're literally standing in front of a dragon throwing rocks at him.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to end well for you.
Yes. Exactly.
So what I would do is I'd get into the belly of the beast and I'd figure out what is this thing like to eat? That's what I'm going to make for it. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be its best friend, even though it doesn't realize I'm the enemy.
Right.
Like I said, in plain sight.
Right. Right. So for AI, how does that? So this is the part where I think it interests me and a lot of people listening. For AEO or AIO, like you call it, whatever the term ends up being, um, how does that translate? So these obviously, like ChatGPT wants people to continue asking questions from it. So it is a dragon, to use your analogy. It doesn't want people to uh, do trickery to bring crappy stuff up. So it recommends crap to its customers. Therefore, customers stop asking questions from it. Does that analogy hold? I
It's
think
the
that part of it,
it's
yeah.
it's the exact same game. When I gave you that flow, that's the keys to the kingdom.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's AI is no different than SEO in the true gain
Mhm.
of the purpose.
Yeah.
Purpose
And
is to provide the most quality content so you keep coming back.
exactly. And now they have the model of obviously subscription, but also Perplexity has introduced paid ads now. So it became an ad platform. Same exact analogy applies.
Yeah.
Perplexity is becoming an ad platform with content being what you call bait the users in. It's not, I mean, you add value to the user, but maybe they're not the right term, but the user comes in for the value but they serve ads to the customer. So it's kind of, the analogy is perfect. And yes, they have unlimited resources to kind of combat anybody that is pushing content up. Now in early days it'll happen, so one trick guys will do whatever is the equivalent of keyword jamming to push their content up in that platform, but then eventually dies.
Yeah,
So
because
you
the
need to,
content wasn't good.
yeah, Yeah. Yeah.
So what Google started doing in 2006 was they started collecting user data.
Mhm.
And the purpose of it was to truly identify the user experience.
Mhm.
So they knew which content they should push the users to.
Mhm.
And it was an interesting thing of how I figured that out. I had a proprietary document that was for my eyes only. I was the only one that had ever seen it. And it
Okay.
was on my server, on a secure commerce server inside a password protected folder that I put there. No one else knew about it. No one else had the password. No one else even knew it existed. And I went to run a search in Google, and guess what I saw listed?
Oh my God.
My
Really?
private document. I'm like, holy shit. I mean, you couldn't get to it unless you had the password, but they knew it was there.
Mhm.
And I called my main programmer was one of the top guys. He ran worldwide security for the Siemens Corporation. And I told him what happened, and he's like, "You got a problem. I'll be right over." And he came over and he hooked up all his line sniffers and shit to my computer. And he's like, "All right," he goes, "Open up Firefox." And he's telling me to go to these different sites. And he said, "Open up Chrome, go to these different sites." And then he said, "Log into your bank account." So I log into my bank account and I'm watching him and his eyes get big. And I'm like, "What?" And he says, "Google was in your bank account before you were." And I'm like, "What the hell does that mean?" And he says, "I don't know, but I'll figure it out." And the next day he called me and he said, "It's secure, or it's safe web browsing is how they're doing it." They made a screen door with the premise that they were doing it to protect users' computers by monitoring content before it was delivered to scan it for viruses. They got the contract with every browser out there. So safe web browsing run by Google is in every browser that you can possibly get. So anything that's been displayed on your screen, they saw it first.
Jeez.
That was 2006. So when I realized that, I'm like, you just handed me the keys to the kingdom. I have an insight right directly in to feed what I want into the belly of the beast. So we developed another software that every user became a node on our system. So currently we have about 10,000 cell phones in our system, and every one of them is sending search signals to Google.
Mhm.
It'll run a search, it will scan the results looking for your website. When it finds it, it'll click on it. And then it'll basically inventory all your internal links and at random pick one and go to that page and do the same thing, showing a positive user experience. And then ultimately, after 7 or 8 pages deep, it'll land on your contact page and then close the browser section. And
That
what
is, yeah, go ahead.
and what it also does, it pogo sticks, which Google hates pogo sticking.
Mhm.
Pogo sticking is when you search, you didn't find what you wanted, and you bounce
Go
back to the
back.
search
Yeah.
box.
Right.
So they especially hate it when it's pogo sticked on them.
Mhm.
So let's say they run the search and they don't show up. It pogo sticks back to Google's search box and adds the brand name to the search phrase, saying, "Hey, this is the one I really wanted." And then it naturally comes up first. They click, they go through. So we're feeding those search signals right into the belly of the beast. And we've been doing that since about 2011.
That is a black hat stuff, man.
It still works today.
So I don't know what is the best
That's the only SEO software I still am offering up for sale because it still works.
best nickname for you. Do I call you Black Hat John or Deep Throat John? Like the what is what do I call you? I'm split again, guys. We do not do any black hat work at DLAI. I gotta put that as a disclaimer.
Not yet, anyway.
We will not do it. We do not do it. But I love you, John, and this is actually very fascinating. So okay, so It is diabolical. Somebody said, yeah, it is diabolical. Pogo is stick back from the competitor. Yeah, anyways. Okay, so uh, so to use again, my main interest here is to sort of try to use this analogy and this mind framework essentially, and your expertise being in the belly of the beast with SEO to sort of understand. I'm here over time, but I think this is a very valuable conversation. I hope people agree and people are staying on. So I assume people are okay with me going over time a little bit. Um, I'm trying to understand how we use that analogy, and the dragon analogy, you gave me a good one. Um, how do we use that for AEO or AIO, like you call it, in the next, let's say, 5 years? Okay, let's say the window to really make a mark. What do you think it is? Five years, next 5 years, or what do you think it is?
Things are accelerating. So yeah, I would say we probably have a good 5 years before it starts getting gummed up.
Yeah. So 5 years before it gets gummed up. So I think the first version of this, like the first iteration, is probably as simple as what you did with the companies telling them, hey, you have a brochure, I'm going to have that surface online to your users, and that's where the money. I think that's like low hanging fruit, probably like the first 2 years. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So so first of all, how do you, what is the right analogy, since you seems like you're really good at sales? Like, how would you phrase it if you were to sell this service to a business owner? I know you don't want to do it now, you want to build a platform for other people to do it, but how would you train them? How do they, when they interact with an end user, small business, medium-sized business, large business, how would you phrase it to them?
So I would put it into a storyline narrative that created a lot of FOMO, along with the ability to roll back the clock and have a time machine. Like, if you could have a time machine and go back to the beginning of SEO when I made $100 million, like nothing flat,
Mhm.
would you want to do that? Knowing what we know now?
Mhm.
Well, that's what's on the horizon. History repeats itself. You could place yourself in that position right now today. And who's not going to want to do that? They don't need to understand it. They don't need to know how the car runs to buy a car and drive it from A to B.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
won't
No,
want to.
I understand that, John. So let me rephrase the question a little bit. So let's say a plumber, or let's say an Italian restaurant in Austin, where I am right now. What would you say to the owner of that Italian restaurant in Austin?
Okay, so I would first ask him if he would like more customers.
Yeah.
And obviously that's going to be a yes, right? And I would say, are you aware that most customers are looking for things now using AI? They're no longer going to search. They're no longer they're ignoring advertisements. It's like everything that you've done is becoming more and more ineffective every day.
Mhm.
And AI is becoming 10 times more effective every day.
Mhm.
How would you like AI to be your new partner to refer people to come to your restaurant? I think I'm going to get a yes.
Yeah, I love that framing. Put in the chat if you love that framing. It is a specific, very good framing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay. And how would you like package? Let's say again, I'm gonna push this example real quick. I'm picking your brain, and customers, people are really benefiting from it. So I'm gonna keep pushing a little bit here. So um so you go with that framing, and let's pick an Italian restaurant in Austin and just go through. How would you uh, package that? Like, how would price it? Like, how would you do that? So, what's next, essentially?
Okay. So normally I wouldn't go after small businesses like that
Mhm.
because they don't have really the money to do this,
So
and
what's a better business? Pick the
they'll
best business.
complain.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
here's,
that's right.
if I were to, here's what I would do first.
Mhm.
I would create a basic training package that showed them what all was involved. Because if you just offer the service and they don't understand what's involved, they're going to complain about it.
Yes.
So I would create a very light training package so they could at least see what was involved and know there's no way in hell they're going to want to do it. Then when you offer them the actual service, they're not going to complain because they know what you're doing and they know the value of it.
Got you. So you're saying low price point training package for in this example, restaurant owner in Austin. Um, Low price
Low
package training,
price
you
or
do yourself type thing,
or even free.
even free. Okay, here's an ebook, like using your ebook
Yeah.
example. Here's a free ebook on how you can do it yourself.
Yeah,
That's
like
what you
here's
do.
how to do it yourself. If you have any questions or if you want help, just give me a call.
Got you.
That way you're not selling it. They're coming to you wanting to buy it.
Got you.
You no longer have to be a salesman.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so you said you wouldn't normally go after the customer. So I picked the avatar of a restaurant owner in Austin, give them free ebook. When they come back to you, maybe charge them 3K, 5K, something like. How much would you charge someone like that?
So it depends. I don't have my head quite wrapped around what it's going to take to
Mhm.
do this kind of optimization yet.
Mhm.
So I'm going to have to dive into it, make sure I have a full understanding of what we can do, how we can do it, what it's going to take. And then I'll be able to build out pricing and automation flows for it.
Gotcha. Okay, so now going back to what you
I'm just,
said, which
I'm
is,
just not there yet, but
I understand. I
but I'm
understand.
very excited about it.
Yeah, no, I love it. I mean, this is a very useful conversation for me, and I bet for a lot of people on here too. So you said you wouldn't normally go after like that small of a business.
Correct.
Who would you go after if you
So
were?
my favorite customer of all time is a manufacturer between $2 and $10 million of annual revenue.
Okay.
And the reason being is they're spending money to advertise. They have the money. They're not starving. They're looking to grow. And you're always going to be dealing with the owner of the business for the decision. If you get
It's
a,
not too big, not too small.
yeah, if you get above 10 million, there's several people in the way of you getting to that guy.
Mhm.
And they're all basically they're very intimidated by you
Mhm.
because they don't realize I'm there to make them look good. They're scared that I'm going to make them look bad.
Mhm.
And it
What?
takes work to get over that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. They don't have gatekeepers yet. They're not like starving little business. They have money.
Yeah.
So 2 to 10 million. You said manufacturer. Like, what is an example? Like door frames,
And I
windows. Like,
love, here's the
yeah.
reason I love manufacturers is they all show up under one hood. And
What do you mean?
what I mean by that is they all belong to trade show conferences. Like let's say you have woodworkers,
Mhm.
woodworker manufacturers, there's people that manufacture machines, products, nails, glue, everything that a woodworker is going to use under one roof.
Mhm.
So when you get one, this is like a good old boys club. They all talk, they all share secrets. When you do good for one person in there, your name's going to flow through that industry like wildfire. You're going to get one customer is going to turn into 2, 4, 8, 16. And it's like that old Pearl commercial, and so on
Mhm.
and so on and so on.
Great. So would you actually go to the trade show and pitch in person in the trade show, or how would you
If
do
I
that?
had to, I would. I usually wouldn't have to do that. I would show up there after the damage was done as a celebrity.
What do you mean? Explain that.
Well, after you've already got a bunch of them under your hood, then you go,
Got you.
you've got all these
Then you go and
things.
everybody knows you already.
Well, you've got all these testimonials, so you go to the person putting on the show and you get a speaker slot, and then you
Mm,
address the whole industry.
got it. Got interesting. So,
I'm very
okay, so
lazy. I don't
two
I don't like to work hard. I find the path of least resistance.
that is, by the way, the key to success. Okay, I work very hard, but I in every task I do, I try to find a path of least resistance. It's like, but I do a lot of them. It's the key, guys. Try to do things quickly. I mean, as quickly with low energy, minimum amount of energy spent, so you can do more things essentially. And in John's case, he just works between his fishing trips, so he doesn't have a lot of time, anyways. Uh, so 2 to 10 million. I like that range. Other than manufacturers, what other industries do you think are ripe for
Well,
this?
I'll tell you, this coming Friday, I got asked to speak at the Western Pool and Spa Association at Long Beach Convention Center. So guess what I'm going to be talking to them about? How to use AI.
Yeah, that's great. So you go and get a speaker slot. That's what you do in this scenario. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. What else? Like off the top of your head, I know you have not, you just started on AIO, AEO, whatever we call it. But what else do you think are good low hanging fruits? I want to take like 2 minutes to push your brain a little bit further.
Well, actually, I think this is going to probably have the most mass appeal of anything that's ever come down the pipe.
Mhm.
I think because people have been trained over the years first to lean on online and everyone can be a business owner. It leveled the playing field. And then the fact that SEO was such a predominant way to win, and now it's too late for that,
Mhm.
that this is their new chance to be basically born again into this opportunity.
Gotcha. So you think it's gonna go across, like kind of like burn through like fire in LA? No, I shouldn't use that analogy, but sorry, I take it that analogy back. Some people might be hurt by it. But it's gonna burn through things too soon. Exactly, it's
Yeah.
gonna burn through whatever, and it's going to. But the low hanging fruit, you think, or the right spot to hit is 2 to 10 million annual revenue.
Well,
Where
see,
it the
it's
yeah.
and another reason why I would do that versus the little guy, there's I love to help the little guy,
Mhm,
right? But if you're going into this and that's why I'm here to help the little guy now. I don't need to make the money. I already did it.
mhm,
But if I were starting out, I would go where the money is. And the job of AEO, just like the job of SEO, is no different if you're doing it for a local plumber versus you're doing it for a plumbing manufacturer.
mhm.
It's the same amount of work, but the local plumber is going to pay you 500 bucks a month and the manufacturer could pay you thousands of dollars a month
Mhm.
and be happier with you.
Yeah, they're professional. They don't have over expectations. They're
Yeah.
more patient. You're not the only thing. Their life doesn't depend on you, type thing. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you're going to spend X amount of hours, how much an hour do you want to make? If you're working with the little guy, you might be making 20, 30 bucks an hour.
Mhm,
For some people, that's great money. But for me, I won't get out of bed for that. I
mhm,
need to be making hundreds, if not thousands an hour.
mhm,
And I can't do it with the little guy.
mhm.
Physically not possible. So I go where the money is. And that's what I'll be teaching people and training them to do. And hopefully they'll follow and, have the confidence to actually do that. Most of them don't. Most of them fall back and they just, that's something in their mind. It's a real barrier. They just want to go for the little ones because they don't have the confidence. And
Mhm.
quite honestly, once they do that, they kind of screw themselves because those little ones are going to eat you alive. you won't have the fortitude to move forward and get the bigger ones because they'll just suck the life out of you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand. That's actually the problem with working with super small customers versus like medium sized. Okay. Any parting words, questions? This is way over time. Thank you, John. Hour 40
Yeah.
minutes. I was looking forward to this. We're gonna put the recording live online. Um, how did you guys like it in the chat? All right. Okay, so John, how can people find you if they don't know where to find you?
It's internetdominators.com. My email is John at internetdominators.com. That's
Yeah.
either one. I'm kind of too big to hide, so I'm easy to find.
Too big to hide. Deep throat exposed. Black hat. I love how you're.
Captain Black Hat. Captain
Yeah,
Black
somebody
Hat.
said like a reformed pirate. You have a lot of nicknames now. All right, awesome. I really appreciate you, John.
Yeah, absolutely. I was happy to come on and help.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Terry, take it away. Thank you, John. Bye.
Yeah, no worries, John. That was phenomenal. Thank you so much. Cheers. The audience absolutely loved it. Love it, guys. Cheers, John. Hello, everyone. Like I mentioned earlier, anyone that's jumped into the event already coming up in Vegas on the 22nd and 23rd, feel free to jump off. But who wants to hear a little more about the event here? If you guys are open to it, because now that we're gonna have John there as well, right? I mean, it's gonna be pretty special, guys. You're gonna have the utmost information because yeah, we give you everything on the platform, and it's not like you have to come to the events, right? You've got the majority of everything you need on the platform, but if you want the most up to date information on how to do all of this, build your white label, build your funnels, understand the latest in AEO, AI, everything that's happening in the world. Like Alex said at the start, we are not only like on the cusp of this, we're like riding the very front of the wave and staying ahead of everyone. So obviously the event is going to be badass. But yeah, let me know, guys, if you want to hear it. I'll happily get into it for a little bit. I'm on the clock a little bit before my 2 and 3-year-old wake up, and I'm on my own while my wife's coming back this evening from Los Angeles. Will there be a Zoom for the event? So Sharon, yes, absolutely, there will be. We are doing digital and live. So obviously great if you come in person, but also great if you Zoom in as well. Anyone that's been to our digital events know we know how to crush the digital events. Also, beautiful, guys. All right, got some interest. Let's jump in here and talk about the events. Simply, guys, it's exactly what I just said. It's 2 days, 22nd and 23rd. Let me just triple check that I got that date right. 22nd and 23rd. Yep, 22nd and 23rd. Beautiful. So if you want to understand and know everything apart from the black hat stuff, guys, it's John's past, right? But John's going to be there teaching you all the most badass stuff that's not black hat, right? We don't want to teach that at the events. However, we're going to have some really badass speakers there. Alex, Dosh, the team, the 1000X team, Terrence leading the way as well. Everything you need to know to build your platforms, your SaaS, your white labels, knowing how to market it, how to build apps. We're getting into all of that. I mean, I'll simply say, guys, if you haven't been to an event yet or you don't already have the ticket, it's worth it. And what I'll do on this call and throw in a little bit of a deal for you is I'll play the video afterwards as well. But let me drop this in the chat. And like I said, guys, if you haven't, do jump on it because I am on only available on this call and I am on a time constraint depending on my little ones. So there you go, guys. On the funnel, it's $300. If you jump in today, I'll give it to you guys for just $197. Again, not that you have to come, but if you're really looking to excel all this stuff, the events are the best way to do it. Beautiful. And then doing that in combination with jumping on these live calls is pretty decent, guys. So let me, just to give you some context, exactly what the event's about, let me play the little video for you that the 1000X team put together, because it's a badass video. Here we go. And then I'll jump back in and answer any questions you guys got. All right, let me refresh and play this for you guys.
Tell you that the future of business isn't about using AI. It's about owning it. At the AI Wealth Summit, you'll learn exactly how to make this happen in just one weekend. We'll teach you how to build and launch your very own AI-powered platform and custom applications, all powered by cutting-edge technology developed by Dr. Alex Mayer, one of the brightest minds in AI innovation. Imagine this, your very own AI platform running your business on autopilot, handling the tasks that slow you down while you focus on growth, strategy, and innovation. It's not a dream, it's a reality, and it's happening now. This is your chance to step into the AI revolution and lead it. At the AI Wealth Summit, you'll work side by side with industry experts and thought leaders to gain the tools, frameworks, and technology to transform your business or even start a brand new one. You're going to learn how to build your own AI-powered platforms. Using our no-code, white-label technology, you can create custom applications in minutes, not months. You're going to learn how to automate your business, deploy AI agents that handle repetitive tasks, boost productivity, and free up your time for what really matters. You're going to learn how to launch AI-powered funnels and solutions designed to attract more customers and deliver results 24/7. And market your AI solution with our powerful frameworks to announce and promote your technology, positioning your business as a leader in your market. And finally, you're going to learn our secret weapon, how you can dominate AI-driven platforms and discover how to make your products and your services recommended by tools like ChatGPT, Alexa, and more. And here's the best part. You don't need a technical background or years of experience to make this happen. You'll gain access to our white label platform that allows you to speak your ideas into existence. Whether you're building an AI-powered application, funnels, or an entire ecosystem, our platform will do the heavy lifting for you. No coding required. By the end of the weekend, you'll have your own AI platform ready to launch. A platform that puts your business on autopilot, working for you while you focus on scaling and innovating. This isn't just another business event. This is your opportunity to transform the way you work, the way you grow, the way you lead in the market. The AI Wealth Summit is where businesses are born, reinvented, and scaled to the future. And let's be clear, this isn't about waiting for AI to happen to you. It's about you taking control, building it, and owning it. Be the entrepreneur who embraces the revolution, not the one who gets left behind. We know this is a big promise, but we're ready to back it up. Attend the first day of the summit, and if you don't feel like you're gaining at least 10 times the value of your investment, we'll refund your ticket, no questions asked. That's how confident we are that this event will be a game changer for your business. Here's the thing. This is a one-time event. The AI Wealth Summit will happen only once this year, and seats are filling up fast. Early bird pricing is available now, but these prices will increase soon. Once spots are gone, they're gone. Don't wait. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Click the link now to secure your spot today and start building an AI-powered future. For the cost of dinner for four, you'll gain access to the tools and the knowledge that can transform your business and your life. Imagine waking up weeks from now with your very own AI platform running seamlessly in the background, attracting customers, automating tasks, and scaling your business while you sleep. That's what's waiting for you at the AI Wealth Summit. The future of business isn't about using AI, it's about owning it. Be part of the revolution. Click the link now to secure your spots, and let's build your future together.
Not bad, right? What's so funny about that video that I just noticed, I didn't notice the first couple of times I watched it, was John, I'm just going to remove you from the screen here, but not kick you out, just making you back to attendee. I didn't realize how cheesy that guy looks in the middle of it going, Oh my God. That was some good stock footage right there. But yeah, like Terence and the 1000X team paving the way. Alex is going to be there. I mean, Terence and the team, just the most phenomenal friggin' AI teachers on the face of the planet. And cheers, yeah, thank you again, John. That was absolutely mind-blowing stuff. A lot of fun. We bring you guys some pretty interesting case studies, right? And some awesome people that just blow these things out of the water. So yes, yeah, cheers, John. That was epic. Yeah, if you want to come learn from John, Alex, Darsh, Terence, the whole team, it's worth it, guys. So wherever you are in the world, we know, like I said, we know how to crush these events. Like, look how much value you get on 1 hour, or in this case, a little longer, like 90 minutes of a live call. Imagine what you get in 2 days of an intensive event where you're learning from the entire team, right? And like Alex always says, it's never about fluff and bringing people to get you motivated for 3 hours in the morning and teaching you how to meditate. There's a time and place. We love doing that. I'll do a bit of meditation now and again, but I don't want to pay money to go to an event to learn how to do it. If I'm paying money to go to an event, I want to learn how to do badass stuff efficiently, quickly, with a badass team. And by the end of the 2 days, by the way, we guarantee, well, I shouldn't say guarantee. If we don't, we'll follow up with you. But by the end of the event, you will have your platform up and ready. Let's say you're looking to launch a white label and you haven't started anything by the end of the event. You could technically, on the third day, start running traffic to get clients. Now, it will be the MVP, the minimal viable product of that business, right? I did Only Famous, the white label I launched, and I think I launched it with like a handful of the deal apps, maybe 5 or 6, and then 2 or 3 videos. But we started getting clients on that platform as soon as I had that. So we'll get you to that minimal viable product stand point or point at the end of those 2 days. Big promise here, but we like to even under promise and over deliver. That old cliche, man. Sometimes that one still comes out my mouth. Cool. Any question? I think there are a bunch of questions in. I'll have a sip of my huge water and then jump in and give you a nice little cheeky smile like that guy, that cheesy guy on the video did. He's like, yeah. Beautiful. Let me answer some questions. Many thanks to the reformed pirate. Yeah, so Freddie, this is it is on site and digital. On site and digital. And the way we do that, we've probably done between the businesses now. I'm gonna throw like 25 digital. I'm gonna play it safe. Like I'll say 20 events we've done digital around that, maybe even a little bit less if I'm thinking about it. But around like let's say 15 to 20 events completely online, and we absolutely crush it. We know how to do it. We know how to pace out so you guys aren't like burning out after the first few hours. So you can join in anywhere in the world. And some people sometimes talk about, oh, well, I'm in England and it's going to be late for me. I'm like, well, suck it up. It's 2 days. Have your tactical caffeine injections, because what we're delivering at this event, and this one we're gunning to be just, well, every event wants to be your best event, right? Because you always want to learn, adapt, and grow from each event. So logically, this will be our best event. We're channeling in not only the entire knowledge of Terence and the 1000X team, Alex and Darsh and the rest of Deal.ai. We're going to bring badasses like John in to come talk as well. So I mean, it goes without saying, guys. The value is, I'll plant my flag in the sand here, is potentially like there's potentially an infinite ROI, right? If you come and you're ready to work and step up to the plate and actually put in the work and work with us and have a badass team behind you, you can, I 100% have the conviction and certainty to believe that you can put yourself in a different trajectory, right? Launching a business, scaling it with the right AI tools, learning how to build apps, learning how to automate, understanding who is your target market, your target audience, and knowing how to almost, reverse engineer that. So you're building the most badass funnel, understanding how to emotionally engage and resonate with them, which John just is like a friggin' natural at that. See that like little pitch he came up with? Just beautifully like keep it simple, stupid, but effective. That's good stuff. So yeah, not too bad a person to learn from. That was a nice, like, cheeky little masterclass there on sales. Beautiful. Let me read some of these comments, guys. Oh, we got a lot. How much is the ticket? So I just dropped that link again, guys. If someone, just so I don't lose my place, if someone wants to do me a favor and copy and paste that. But let me also quickly show you guys if the 197 is a little steep, you can always use Klarna. And at this point, I know how much we can deliver at these events. So, it's 12 payments of $20 if you want to go for it. 3 months of around 70. But Klarna is a decent option for those in the US. All right, let me answer some questions here. And I'm being a little more, what's the word? Subdued, monotone than usually, just because again, my 2-year-old daughter is here and my 3-year-old son is behind that wall. So keeping it a little quiet. Yes, thanks, Christina. It's 197. Is this for one person? If you have two people at a computer screen and it's a digital, it's one ticket. Yeah, and Lewis, I appreciate you asking. Like, you never know unless you ask. It is one person per ticket. If you're coming in person, and put that into context, guys. Like, the early bird price on the funnel, I'll show you, is 297. 297 is the early bird price. This price will be going up. I'm offering 197 on the call here. This is for 2 days, guys. So I don't know many other events. I've done a lot of events. I've paid for a lot of events. I've been to a lot of events over the last decade or so. Again, I'm going to do another flag plant of saying I don't know there's any other event you could go to over 2 days where you can take away as much for $200. I've been to events where we've charged, thousands of dollars. I've been to events where other people have charged thousands of dollars. We're not doing that. We want to seriously under promise and over deliver to you guys. For multiple reasons, right? Selfishly and altruistically. It's all right to be 50-50. The altruistic thing is we want you guys to crush. Like, we don't need to do these live calls, right? The one of the reasons we do, and you see how attentive and like engaged Alex is, and what gets him and myself out of bed in the morning as well, and like tap dancing to work, is knowing that we like teach you guys stuff. You take it on, you embrace it, you internalize it, and you actually have positive results. Like, that is why Alex is here doing this stuff. So that's the more I was gonna say what selfish and altruistic. The word fell out of my head for a second there. But then the selfish thing is, obviously, guys, like, we're getting you into an event. It's in our best interest to over friggin' deliver to you guys. Because guess what? You're doing all of this on our platform. And that means if we like serve you in the right way and you jump on the platform and you start building all this stuff and you're going out into the universe with Deal.ai, getting clients on, I mean, it makes us look pretty badass, right? So it's in everyone's best interest to get you guys insanely like valued up, over deliver on the value at these events, because we know you're going to go off and crush it. Anyway, I said I was going to get to questions and I didn't. So Terry, I need to okay, Patrick. Okay, Patrick, no worries, just email me, Terry at deal.ai. Is this different than the certification? Yes, Johnny, it's different. This is a brand new event. There will be elements of the white label, but this is a brand new event. It's like we're taking the best of all of the events and we're now putting it into this 1-2 day behemoth, and trying to get people in person as well. 22nd and 23rd, Freddie. Is there a URL for this? Yup. Let me post the link for you guys. It's just this, and then I'll skip back here. I'm at 147 because Zoom's going to do the annoying thing. Oh wow, a lot of questions. Let me burn through these questions, guys. I'm lagging. For people who cannot attend in person, is there a live stream? Yes. So again, you can live stream this, guys. Absolutely. Same price, 197. It's a deal, guys. Like, 197 is ridiculous. Thank you again. You're very welcome. Oh, I went back. Hey Terry, where is it going to be? Morgan, we don't have. I think we haven't confirmed the location yet, but it's going to be near the strip. Right? It's not going to be more than, maximum 10-15 minute drive, like maximum, right? But we don't have. We've got a few places in mind, but we haven't confirmed yet. I went too far back in the questions here. Yep. Thank you. Cheers, Rich. Would love to go. Need to get some clients. I can pay Colleen. Yep. Well, there's you do have old words are falling out of my head today. Klarna. There you go. Where is this event going to take place? Yeah, it's going to be a hotel, but we don't have the exact one. We're playing the field a bit, seeing who can give us the best deal for the best room. Yep. So guys, I just dropped the event. You can only get the 197 on this call, by the way. Otherwise, it will just be the 297. And I'm going to keep this deal open for this call. Where's the venue at? I feel like I'm having a deja vu. I'm seeing the same questions a lot. Yeah, 2-day. What is the 2-day cover? So we can quickly have a look at that. So here we go, guys. I just dropped this into the chat, but very quickly. Building your custom AI powered platform in minutes. You don't need to know coding. You don't need to know engineering. I am neither of those things, coder or engineer, and I've built a badass white label platform, Only Famous, which is now famous.ai, that has about 40 different applications. Half of them, well, actually a third of them being the deal.ai ones. 2/3 of them I built from scratch. Again, not being an engineer or coder. Yep, launching funnels, getting insights from Dr. Alex and the team. And then obviously how to build like the most insane offers and funnels around your business there. And automation, publishing, SEO. Right, I can hear my son is screaming in the background. You guys can't hear it because of the Zoom bubble I'm in, but I might need to speed this up a bit. So let me blast through these questions, guys. Want you to have all the info you need. I've done one digitally, which is coming in person. Okay, sweet. Well then, Freddie, do it, man. Do it. Yeah, guys, by the way, if you're on like the fence, just come. If you don't, like, you heard it right there. We said in bold, bright, voiceover that if we don't blow you away the first day, we'll just refund you, right? There's like nothing to lose. We're not making money off the 197, I promise you that. So if you come and you don't love it, we'll refund you. It's not a problem. I would love for my son to go. He's 16. Beautiful. Yeah, Colleen, get him in early for sure. Yeah, I wish someone was like teaching me some of this stuff when I was in high school, or the UK equivalent of high school. Yep, Alex and Dash will be on site. All right, let's blast through this. My son Axel is calling for daddy. Thanks, Harry. Just bought my. Let's go, Pablo. Let's go, Pablo. We will crush it for you. As long as you're willing to step up to the plate with us, which you are, we will crush it, my friend. If we don't get you to that point, by the way, guys, we will, as in like an MVP of your business, we will follow up and make sure you get there. Could you give us a brief tour of a ready-made solution for automation management? Wow, bit of a rabbit hole to go down to on this call, Alan. Right now, where can I take it? I do Tuesday ones, which are more in line with that. The Tuesday trainings. There will. Oh, sorry. We just uploaded, or should be uploading in the next couple of days, the last white label boot camp. So you should be able to. I think it's there. If not, it'll be coming up in the next couple of days. Great way to understand like the entire process. So that's the best way to do it. Where's the link and the location? So again, cheers Pablo for posting that. Will recording of the event be made available to those? I want to say yes, Ashley. Will recording of the event be made available to those that buy ticket? I want to say yes with 95% certainty. I would need to check with Alex, but I'm pretty sure that's fine. Yeah, John, that was a badass one, wasn't it? John Harkins there. OG, where's the link to get tickets? Can someone post the link again? It's the Stripe link. And by the way, guys, so don't, I'm saying if you jump in on this call, use the Stripe link because that's 197 instead of the landing page, which is 297. I'm offering you guys $100 off on this call. So I've dropped two links. One is the 1000X link and the other one is a Stripe link. Use the Stripe link. And anyone that did jump in, by the way, you won't get an automated receipt. John A will reach out in the next hour or so with your receipt. Freddie's like, where's everyone staying? I like that energy, Freddie. Yeah, let's start networking. I'm coming to this on a VIP. Nice. But last month I paid for search 1000X. We'll just see about later. Find out it was the same. What? Not sure exactly what that is, Charles. Just email me, terry@deal.ai. I'll go through my emails this evening, guys. Yes, Ryan, I will absolutely be there. And you were just asking me, yeah, I will absolutely be there. I love the events. Can you and I find quick time to sometimes it's a project? Freddie, feel free to email me. I'm not. That's a bit of a it's a bit of a leading question. I have no idea what you're talking about, but email me. What does VIP mean? There are VIP tickets available. I would need to confirm, but usually when we do the VIP, that's just more one-on-one time with Alex. Hey guys, give me let me quickly just comfort my son quickly. I'll be back in like 20 seconds. One sec, guys. He's woken up and he dropped his little purple ball out of his crib, so I needed to help him out. Yeah, where's the tickets? So yeah, Joshua, so they're being sent out if that's what you mean. If you purchased, how is this different than the videos on deal? Cynthia, how is this different than the videos on deal? Everything I just said in terms of you can get the up-to-date information, but if you really want to come to the event and understand, like, well, even in 3 weeks or 2 weeks, whenever it is, just under 3 weeks, some of this information we're evolving so fast that a lot of it will already be outdated, right? Within reason. But if you want to know the most up to date, then Vegas is the place to be. And just obviously getting to know the team better, listening to speakers like John coming in and just getting way more like actionable and practical stuff. Again, you don't have to come to the event, right? You do have everything you need, all the tools and training to. Oh, he's kicking off. All the tools and training to do this on your own. Beautiful. Can you give me like 10 more seconds, guys? I'll be right back. Sorry. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Is this the V? No, it's not the VIP, Nancy. Oh, hey, Nancy. It's not the VIP. The VIP is I want. In fact, I'm not going to say what the VIP is yet because I need to confirm. But usually, it's more like one-on-one, private dinner, all that kind of stuff. If anyone's interested in VIP, feel free to email me. I'm not sure exactly what it entails. Hands up, I'm not exactly sure what we're doing for the VIP. So if you're interested in VIP, I'm guessing it's like a $1,500 ticket for VIP. It usually is around there. So let me know if you can email me direct if you want to talk about that. And it's usually like a private dinner with Terrence and Alex and the entire team. Cool. How does this work for Black Friday people? This was not super. I would need to check that as well, Donna. Technically, this is a new event, but again, email me. I would have to talk to Alex about that. Great. So I just secured one ticket. Let's go, Patrick. Beautiful. Oh yes, you're coming in person. Love it. Yeah, we want to pack out this room, guys. So come. If anyone, my little side incentive, which is kind of intangible, right? But try and get there in person if you can. If you can't and you're just on Zoom, we'll make it fantastic. But if you can make it in person, we're really going to crush this one, guys. Like we're putting a lot of effort into making the in person like really badass. So you can take my word on that. All right, Cynthia is in. Let's go. Morgan is in. Beautiful. Oh, you were actually in 7 minutes ago. I'm lagging. Done. All right, Freddie's in. Let's go. All right, Freddie, yeah, you can email me. No problem, Susie. Recording already booked for that weekend. Beautiful. Stripe link, please. Can someone post the Stripe link again, please? That would be really useful. Thank you. Bought one ticket for myself. Beautiful. Yes. Do I just buy it twice? Yeah. If you want that other person to come, Patrick, they will need a separate ticket, but you'll be able to get on the 197. Today's announcement. Steve, email me. Yeah, Steve Faltz, email me. I can take care of you. No problem. Within reason. I skipped over some of that. I think I know what you're asking, but yeah, all good. That's a wicked camera. Right. What you mean this? It's like it's the new Mac, and it like it sketches me out because it's really intense and close on your face, and then it kind of follows you around. Yeah, Tisha or Tesha, is that Tesha? Tesha Adams, just email me. I can talk to you about. Michael's in. Let's go. Yep. Post the link again. Email sent. Yeah, this is just Zoom, but it's the new Mac. Or I don't know how new it is. It's whatever the newest Mac is. Because my old one, this one was literally just heating up and burning up on me. Is it interactive? What are they covering? So Libby, if you want to check out that landing page, I'll tell you what I'll do, guys, because I'm probably gonna have to, if my son kicks off again, I'll probably have to jump off. But I'm assuming that a few people maybe got card declined or something. So I'll usually just keep it open for a little bit. This offer for like 45 minutes. So I made it to the bottom of the comments. I'll keep this open let's say the top of the hour. I'll keep it open to the top of the hour. It's 2:11 p.m. for me, so 3 p.m. in 49 minutes. I'll take the offer off the table. But if you want to look at the landing page, just go through it a little bit, watch the video again. Can totally do that. Cheers, Donna. Can you repeat what exactly we are getting? All right, no worries. Yeah, I can finish with that. No one has posted the Stripe link yet. Oh, come on, guys. No one's wanted to help me out and post the Stripe link. Hang on, let me find it. Oh, Pablo posted it for it. Here we go. There you go. That's the Stripe link if you can see it, Lloyd. And then let me post the landing page again. Yeah, see what I mean? Like it's really intense. It's like right up. Where did I put the? Yeah, any last question? Then I'll quickly run through the. In fact, I don't need to run through the landing page again, just because if you want to know exactly what you're getting, just run through that. I just posted two links. One is the Stripe link, and one is the landing page where you can look through it. I'll give you again, top of the hour. Take your time, look through it. If you're not ready to commit, like right now, this second, I'll give you a little bit of time so you can get in on the 197. All right, beautiful. Yes, Cynthia is in. Let's friggin' go. Will the weekend be recorded? Yes, it will be recorded. Yeah, Tim. See you tonight I'll do another cheeky plug for tonight. Gotgame.ai, guys. I'll actually throw that in the chat as well. Why not? Gotgame.ai. Sign up for tonight. We've got at least $3,000 to win tonight on our AI game show. It's funny. It was when they kept saying like AIO, and I was like, oh, AI, AIO. Anyway, don't know. I bet someone else on that call was thinking that. When is it? It's 8 p.m. EST. 8 p.m. EST is gotgame.ai. Guys, this is, by the way, I don't want to confuse people, completely separate to what we're talking about. This is just a AI game show, AI versus human. Can you guess which is which? Tonight, and we got a lot of dosh on the line. Cool. Bought both tickets. Let's go, Patrick. Beautiful. Yep, no worries. Yeah, Patrick, email me and I will get back to you. Probably in the next few hours. I've got to take care of my babies, obviously. But my son's doing me a solid now. He's quieted down and didn't wake my little girl up. Cool, cool. All right, guys. This was fun. This was fun. Thank you for jumping on here with, oh wow, 2 hours. You guys, we still got 80 people in here, and we're 2 hours and 15 minutes in here. That's dedication. That's what I like. I like to see that. We had like 250 people on this call. I'm brand new. What is the main link? Sorry, Michael. The main link for what? What is the main page link? Do you mean for the landing page, or do you just mean for deal.ai? You can just go to deal.ai/homepage if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, deal.ai/homepage. Oh, what's the giveaway worth? No worries, Michael. 3,000. So it's not a giveaway. You got to win it. It's gotgame.ai, and this is just a fun thing we're doing every Sunday. It's a game show that we came up with for anyone that wants to join, completely free, have a chance to win a few $1,000 or split it with a bunch of people. And you got 12 rounds to figure out each round, 25 seconds per round. It's just fun, guys. This is a fun thing we're doing and a chance to win some money to identify whether or not we'll show you either like a quote or a video clip or an audio file, and you've got 25 seconds to guess whether it's real human made or generated by AI. It's pretty fun. The hours of the event are usually from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 or 8 p.m. EST, because that works out to 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. PST. But it's a full day event, guys, both days. So I'll say that it's, again, 11 a.m. EST to like 7 p.m. EST. Awesome. Yes, there will be a Zoom invite sent out to you, Freddie, if you're in. Cool. Yeah, cheers, Stephen. Yeah, that was a good one. Very enlightening. I'll take it with a pinch of salt, guys, because John got some Black Hat stuff there. Captain Black Hat. Beautiful. All right, guys. Any last remaining questions? If not, appreciate you. Will the recording be free? I'm not sure, Cynthia. I'm not sure if the recording will be free. Guessing because we've just released we are releasing the white label. I don't think we're just going to post the recording, but we will be able to give it to the people who paid for it. But honestly, I'm not sure. I would have to ask Alex. That question hasn't come up before. Awesome. All right, guys, I am going. Sorry, I 8 a.m. to Vegas time. Vegas time, it will be 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. roughly. Yeah, Pacific. Yeah. Awesome. It said you have to pay for it if you don't. It said you have to pay for it if you don't have ticket. Tisha, what? Sorry, what do you mean by that? The recording. So you have to pay for it if you don't have ticket. Yeah, I will have to. No, I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer unless you're saying Alex said it. I don't know. We don't usually just release the recordings, so I don't know. I don't want to say something that's incorrect. Are we going to receive the location of the event so be able to arrange reservations? Yes, you will, Morgan, but like I said, we haven't booked that in yet. As soon as we do, we'll send that out. Yeah, Cynthia. I mean, not a bad point, right? Um, but again, I would need confirmation from Alex. It says it on the landing page. Oh, okay. If it says it on the landing page, Tesha, then fair enough. Then that's the answer. I didn't want to say something that wasn't verified, but it sounds like that's pretty verified and on the landing page and in writing. Okay, beautiful. Okay, guys, I'm going to jump off now. Thank you so much. That was an epic call. This may have been our longest call, and you guys have really held in there. We still got over 70 people on here. All right. Yeah, Morgan, looking forward to meeting you guys. And Cynthia. Yes, my email is terry@deal.ai. That's the one. What do you think to book a conference room with a piano? We got a piano player. Love it. Interesting. All right. Well, if we find one with a piano, that will definitely influence the decision, I guess. All right. Really jumping off, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Jump on my live one on Tuesday evening. There you go. Another last minute plug. Plug. Cheers, guys. Mahalo. All right. Peace. Bye.